Oh, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're pleased to induct an individual into the National Auctioneers Hall of Fame that recognizes a person for their excellent qualities of honesty, high ethical standards, willingness to share with others, great standing in their community, underlying service to the association, the foundation, and the auction profession. You know, I didn't know Mike was going before me, but Texans always believe that everything is bigger in Texas. However, our inductee is bigger than Superman. And you know Superman, he's faster than a speeding bullet. He's more powerful than a locomotive. And he's able to leap tall buildings with a single bound. Over the past 40 years, our Superman has crafted change in the auction industry. It's evolved from standing on the property, selling both personal property and real estate to our local markets. And now selling everything under the sun to the entire world via the worldwide internet. Our inductee has embraced and developed new techniques to effectively market and sell assets entrusted to him by clients from coast to coast. Our inductee was born in Pensacola, Florida in 1943. Shortly thereafter, his family moved to their current home state where his father owned and operated a Dodge, Chrysler, Plymouth automobile dealership. And how about this? He was a part-time automobile auctioneer also. At the age of 14, the auction bug bit him. And you know, ladies and gentlemen, there was no vaccination offered for the auction bug. So that auction bug disease took hold. He learned the auctioneer chant and began working under a renowned auctioneer that had trained many auctioneers in his state. And he worked auctions all the way through high school. When he graduated high school, he entered community college. What did he do? He worked auctions part-time all the way through community college. When he graduated community college, then he entered a state university where he graduated from in 1966, all the time working auctions. The auction bug had taken hold. Let's talk about this awesome work ethic that this young man had been taught by his parents. His parents were super role models, but while he was doing his education and auctions, he found it necessary to serve his country, and he joined the National Guard while working in schooling. And after graduation from the state university, he entered the banking business, where he in 12 years went from the bottom to the number 2 man. And he also graduated from the United States Savings and Loan Institute. Again, education. Wow, this fella believes in education. You know, during this time, he had a young sweetheart that he had been sweet on for a long time, all the way back to high school. And one of the highlights during this time, the highlight of this time of his life, was when he asked his sweetheart to marry him. And then amidst doing auctions, education, full-time banking career, the happy couple decided that we need to start a family. And they gave birth to their first son in 1976. Their second son in 1980, and their daughter in 1983. His lifelong ambition was to own and operate a family-owned auction business, and He and his wife opened that business in 1982. And they held true to the business principles and foundations that they had been taught from a very early age. They knew treating sellers, bidders, buyers, and their staff as family, and applying the golden rule to those relationships would propel their business all the way to the top. And that has proved true. Being a family business, of course, those children were dragged to auctions at an early age. How about that? And you know what? The children didn't fuss, but they also learned at a fairly early age that the child labor laws did not apply to them. Our Superman began to grow his business by adding professional staff members, and his children joined the business full-time in 2002 and 2005. And today they have over 30 professionals carrying on the expansive business that he and his wife began in 1982. They conduct over 500 auctions yearly, reaching bidders from all over the world. Our Superman knows the importance of being intimately involved in the auction and real estate industries, from participating in educational opportunities to serving in leadership capacities. He has served as director and president of his state auctioneers association, president of a large metropolitan board of realtors, and has served in leadership positions in the National Auctioneers Association and the National Auctioneers Foundation. He was inducted into his state's Auctioneers Hall of Fame in 2007, and he has been named Realtor of the Year on 2 occasions. And he's earned, again, his AARE designation, more education. This is the most educated fellow I just can't imagine. The day we stop learning is the day we retire, and that's why he's still running wide open. You may not have figured out yet who I am talking about, but I'll give you a clue. He's from the great state of Kansas. Now think about that. Several children in the business. Our inductee is Mr. Lonny R. McCurdy. Before Lonny comes up, to receive his prestigious award and say a few words and bring his family with him, I'd like to brag on him a little more. He began working auctions in 1957 at the age of 14, as we talked about. Ladies and gentlemen, that's 65 years ago. Wow. He started working under the guidance of Joe Davenport, who taught many Kansas auctioneers, a renowned auctioneer. He joined the NAA on July the 30th, 1974. Obtained a real estate license in 1978 while he was still working full-time in the banking business. They formed McCurdy Auctions in 1982. And of course, in the 80s, there was lots of banking problems. He was in the right industry to sell real estate, and he began carving his McCurdy niche into the auction industry by selling real estate and personal property and business liquidations, and being a part of the NAA, the KAA, the KAR, the Cowtown Society, and Rotary, fully involved in his community. He set 2 national records for the RTC when selling over 400 properties in 1992. In 2002, he earned his AARE designation. Braden and Megan joined the business in the early 2000s. In 2016, Lonny brought the next generation, Braden and Megan, into the management of McCurdy Auctions, naming them CEO and COO respectively. In 2017, McCurdy Auctions conducted their first online auction, which is now their mode of operation for all properties. In 2022, this year, they rebranded to McCurdy Real Estate and Auction, new logos, set up and running strong. McCurdy has been repeatedly recognized as top auction firm and small business of the year in Wichita, Kansas, and has been awarded over 90 awards, national marketing awards from the NAA. Through Lonny's passion of his community, he's raised in excess of $45 million for the Wichita community organizations. Wow, what a community leader. Lonny McCurdy is a superman of integrity, grit, ask his children, and compassion. It shows in his work, his management style, and simply in the way he treats everyone. He and his wife, Annette, and they've been together for over 50 years, take pride in that they've had the opportunity to raise their children in the auction business, to mentor them, and now turn it over to them. And also, we need to mention one of Lonny's best friends, Mr. Rick Brock, that came on early on, and they mentored Rick, and he and Lonny have been closest friends from the beginning. Lonny and Annette founded McCurdy based upon family and have committed to grow the company on the basis of family, which they've done, and you can see it, which is how they've attracted and retained top-notch staff. Lonny, your love and dedication to the auction business are absolutely inspiring. You've been a pioneer in our industry, and you've truly created a legacy of auction. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a short video that we'd like you to view before we bring Lonny up.
All right, here we go. Everybody give on that. Somebody get 20. All right, $20, $25.
This is such an awesome accomplishment within the auction industry. NAA Hall of Fame. Dad, we are all so proud of you. This is a special day, not only for you, but for the whole entire family and all of our extended family of the business back home, and the team that has come alongside over the last 40 years.
I first met Lonny, I was in my 20s, and he was conducting an auction close to where I lived, and we met at that auction, and I told him that I wanted to become an auctioneer. And so he gave me an address of a property they were doing an auction at that next week and asked me to show up at 6 a.m. that morning and start carrying things out of the basement. And I was there, and since then we've had a wonderful relationship.
Dad has always taught me how to treat people. And he's a very passionate person. He cares a lot about other people. And so his kind of thing is not to worry about making a living, worry about treating people right, worry about taking care of people, and you'll always make a living that way. And that's something I think is all throughout our office and our culture, is just that take care of people and you'll make a living.
I think without Lon's legacy of blazing a trail and trying to begin auction as a viable solution for real estate specifically in our market, had he not have had the vision, had he not have had the hunger, the desire, the willingness, the eagerness to go out and start this, foundation of what we have today would not be existing. You know, 40 years ago, there wasn't hundreds of real estate auctions a year in our area. And had there not been a little bit of a fire, 40 years ago to say, hey, let's do some auctions in this market with real estate, we wouldn't have had that opportunity for us to experience what the market has to offer and is willing to embrace, and to see the energy and power and to see the excitement behind customers choosing auction as a first choice solution. That is no doubt shaping the industry, and our team continues to carry that message forward of an auction first mentality. All started from a desire to do a few real estate auctions 40 years ago.
So with Dad, he very much believes in furthering your education and being a part of your professional organization. So he spent a lot of years on the Kansas Auctioneers Association board. He was president, he was past Hall of Famer. He's also spent a lot of years as a National Auctioneers Foundation trustee. He's been on and off of different committees with the National Auctioneers and then the Realtors Associations, because we do so much real estate. Different boards throughout the years, not just professional organizations, but the Cowtown board and other things as well. Civic, he's in Rotary. He's always been involved in wanting to better the industry and serve his industry.
$585 did you do it? $185.
Wow, what an achievement.
We're super proud of you, Dad. We love you.
Congratulations.
You're so deserving of this honor.
We
Love you, Grandpa.
Hey Dad, congratulations on a great accomplishment. We're thankful for all you've done for our family, and we're super proud that you're getting recognized for a wonderful career. We love you, and congratulations!
Congratulations, Lon, on being inducted into the National Auctioneer Hall of Fame.
Hi, Lon. Congratulations on the Hall of Fame.
Lon, we are so proud of you. Well-deserved honor.
And Lon, we knew you'd make it big someday. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Lon.
Hey, Lon, I know that Dad and Mom and Joe would also want to join us in telling you how proud we are of your successful career.
Congratulations, Uncle Lon.
I'm sorry that we couldn't be there to help celebrate with you.
Congratulations. You've come a long ways from auctioneering in the bathtub.
We love you.
We love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Lonny R. McCurdy to the 2022 class of the National Auctioneers Hall of Fame. Please come up, Lonny, and receive your award. Thank you. I don't know what to say. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, as I walked up here and thought about this, you both know that our children are in the business. And many of you don't know that we do have a third son. And he lives in Houston with his family, Carrie and the kids. And Scott, where are you? Wave at him here. Scott describes himself as the one that got away. You know, I thought about, I had no idea, guys, absolutely no idea. But Tommy Rao, where are you, Tommy? Okay, Tommy Rao, on my desk to the left of my bookcase, there's a plaque. And that plaque has a diploma on it. And that diploma says that I was awarded my AARE. And I am so, so proud to tell you that has been signed by Thomas W. Rao, and I display it and look at it every day, Tommy. You know, my father was an automobile auctioneer. I didn't
have the passion for the automobile and the circuit type auctioneering. And I decided early on in my career that I wanted to stay home. I wanted to spank my own kids. I wanted to go to their ball games. And I wanted us to be, I just wanted to be there at night and to be with Annette. And so we said, you know, maybe we can, sounds funny, but try to own our market. And we've worked hard at that. And it isn't anything that I've done. It's something that all of our staff at home, and thanks to them for participating in the movie, or the, and not just them, but all of our staff, our children. Annette started the company right beside me. I was in the banking business, and rates were 18% about that time. And I thought, you know, they don't need me and I don't need them, because I already had 3 auctions booked before I ever left the savings and loan business and the banking business. And it's been a great roller coaster, and one that I've had the privilege to share with Annette, and to share with our family, and to share with our friends and employees. Also, I wanted something that I told you, didn't know this, Hugh, but earlier, one of the very first conventions that I went to, Hugh Miller was the speaker and did an excellent job. And Hugh Miller put up on the screen a picture of his motorhome. You probably don't remember that, but I do. I went back home and I said, we've got to buy a motorhome. We're going to make it a clerking trailer, a clerking mobile home. And that mobile home has a lot, not mobile home, motor home. That motor home has a lot to do with our career. That motor home got us places. They used to say it wasn't the best one in the world, but it worked. When we went in to look at it, to buy it, or as we were looking at them, I knew this was one that won, because the wallpaper in the motor home had auction with a horse on top of it. So I bought it. And you inspired me to buy a motor home, and we've clerked and cashiered, and some of our staff has joked about it, found dead on the side of the road like the motor home, because it would break down frequently. Any event, guys, Annette, come up here. Guys, this is, for those of you that haven't met her, she's been here from day one. She did everything that every other auction wife does, and I'm so proud to be associated and to have the family and the love that I have for the auction business and for all of you here. And as long as we can, we're going to attend the National Auctioneers Association conference and trade shows, and associate with the fine people that you see here on the dais, and all of you. Thank you very much from my family and me.
We can have a plaque for you, too. Presented to Mr. Lonny R. McCurdy of Wichita, Kansas, in recognition and appreciation of his outstanding contribution to the profession of auctioneering and the National Auctioneers Association as the 2022 Hall of Fame Award recipient. Congratulations, Lon. Glad you, buddy.